Welcome to another episode of
That's That,
the show where we talk about what's going on with our friends.
And what's happening around Northern California. How's it going, Jeff?
Good, yeah, good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Boating season is right around the corner, and
You
the
love
lakes
boating.
are full.
Yeah, it really was a winter that we needed, huh? It looks like most of the North State reservoirs have replenished themselves pretty well.
It does appear so, but I'm sorry to say the drought is still affecting our Southern Californian compadres. I guess they're not in the
same boat as us. Yeah, well, we definitely paid for it with mudslides, flooding, and having to stay inside and eat soup.
Ooh, soup is good. So,
well, speaking of rain, here's something.
do tell.
Do you have a 5-year plan, Jesse?
Yeah, finishing season 5 of the That's That show and signing our contracts for Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. Well, do you have a 100-year plan?
I'd like to be a diamond.
What?
Well, you can have your ashes pressurized into being a diamond.
Huh. What was I saying?
Something about rain and
Oh,
flooding.
yeah.
And
So
I don't
the
know.
University of Georgia conducted a major study of major coastal cities, citing the expected rise in sea levels to be about 3 feet in the next 100 years.
It doesn't seem like that drastic.
Well, over the last 20 years, we've seen exponential increase year by year due to warming trends. With the current rate, we should see hundreds of thousands of Bay Area residents and businesses relocated, especially in the low-lying San Francisco and San Mateo counties.
Well, water doesn't affect a diamond, so in 100 years, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you have anything else?
A couple more Bay Area related things.
Suck it to me.
All right, well, local tech industries are renting under industrial leases, and they're breaking code violations, and some are actually now being evicted. The landlords don't seem to care because they're paying higher rent, but the problem is the low overhead. The tech industry doesn't create the number of jobs these industrial zones were made for.
Yeah, like blue-collar jobs.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this infrastructural issue is a problem that the future is going to have to take on.
Well, one solution is to create high-speed internet for every home and business in San Francisco. They're talking about fiber optic connections. It's costly, but it's not a bad idea. It would be gigabytes of speed for everyone.
Yeah, the local internet providers will probably not be on board, but these booming tech companies are going to probably make this the first major city to accomplish something like this.
Yeah, totally. Well, we do have a great show for you tonight.
Absolutely. What's going to happen on it?
Well, tonight we're going to keep things rocking with a music video made by some of our local friends and headbangers, Cold Blue Mountain.
Oh yeah, special thanks to Brandon for hooking up the vids and all the dudes in Cold Blue Mountain for bringing this level of metal. Enjoy.
Welcome to day 2 of Chico Kennel Club's 35th annual Open Invitational. I'm Brad Todd.
And I'm Johnny Rajo.
It's 100 degrees today in Chico, California, and in this building. Perfect weather for spending an afternoon with yesterday's group winners, competing for Best of Show and the coveted blue ribbon.
Exciting competition for this day 2, Brad. Especially this year, the AKC has laxed many of its requirements on several breeds and groups, leading to some interesting participants.
I'm excited about the show.
Any early favorites for you today, Brad?
Ooh, one of the long-tailed creature.
Yeah, the medium-tailed creatures. Not for me.
And it's all paws on deck for what promises to be one hot dog show.
We'll see if there's any serious contenders for Canis Major. Frontrunners in your mind?
I don't know, there's that cat-bear thing, some unholy alliance of genetics. I believe it's called a binturong.
Ha! That's Bintu right. Who knew cats and bears even got along, let alone could make the sweet, sweet love required to produce such a beautiful creature?
It is a beautiful creature.
What's the... Oh, we have some activity in the ring. Outrageous! The monkey has run off with the blue ribbon, folks. Monkey has run off! This monkey has no respect for the sport.
All right. Oof.
That was heavy.
Yeah. Very, very heavy.
Cold Blue Mountain, like I said, that level of metal is untouchable.
Unparalleled.
And your guys' wit behind the videos is too funny.
Well, let's kick it over now to our master meteorologist.
Oh, the weather wizard?
Yeah, our weather daddy.
Ow!
And see what's in store for the weather this week.
Okay.
All right.
Hi. Obviously, I'm not the weather daddy because A, I'm not Puerto Rican, B, I'm not covered in leather, and C, I still got a job here. So let me, introduce myself. I'm Sailor Randwolf, the Lost Sailor Scout, as you can see right there. And, I'm going to be doing your Weeaboo Weather Minute every week from here on out. And I promise you, it's going to be real nerdy and real lame. But it's going to be good, clean fun, unlike that nasty, nasty weather daddy. So let's take it away and look at the regional California weather. As you can see over here, we got a cold coast coming in. And then we got a lot of heat, some fire soul from Sailor Mars clashing with Sailor Mercury's stuff. And we're going to come in here and we're just going to see a lot of, animated GIFs attacking the skyline, and you want to watch out because animated GIFs are very deadly, and they'll mess you up, and they're real sharp and they'll cut you. Yeah, but other than that, real hot down south, but who cares about SoCal because they kind of suck. And yeah, let's take it away to the 5-day, and we can get you started on the rest of the week's weather here in the North State or nationwide. And our nationwide weather is blue, green, light green with the lighter blue, which means apocalypse. Yeah, this is, death on all of our poor souls, and they'll never come back. So, Monday, we got Jupiter. Tuesday, we got Venus. Wednesday, we got a moon. Thursday, we got Mercury. And then Friday, we're going to end it with Sailor Mars. And, I don't know if I'm the right guy for the job, guys. Okay. Yeah, so, you sure we can't bring him back? We can't? Heat, all right. Oh, all right. Yeah, that's that weather report.
Another enlightening session with Weather Daddy.
Yeah. Well, let's
Not waste any time.
not at all, and kick it over
Moving
to our chef in residence, Angie Mama.
Ooh, I'm
See what's-
hungry.
Yeah, see what's cooking up in her kitchen, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hey, you look hungry. Today on Angie Mama, I have local forager and hairdresser, Travis.
I'm not a forager. I'm a freegatarian.
What does that mean?
Everything is free.
Show me what you got.
All right. You need some fiber.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Here we have a salad for fiber.
You know what I really like with my salad? I like olives.
Let's look here at this olive tree. Perfect.
You know, with my salad, I like fruit.
Fruit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, free fruit's always the best.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I like breadsticks too. Hey, thanks. See? Everything's free.
I like protein. Like, I like a lot of meat.
I like meat.
Let's find some.
Let's do it. Do You do much fishing?
Never.
You're about to. Oh, look, a clearing. Do you hear that?
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Wild turkey!
Like a turkey! Oh, I'm just thirsty. Who the hell is that?
Hello. Look towards the waters for your next foraging option.
Okay. Oh, look. Tuna.
I can't wait to go home and whip up something good. Thank you so much, Travis, for being on Angie Mama today.
Anytime.
You like this mustache? Well, it's gone. No more mustache for you. Mustaches fade in time, like we all will. It's an ever-narrowing stream of consciousness, ever-widening thoughts, just like the esplanade, widening, opening, splitting, roundabouts, things that'll cause your head to spin and turn. Who knows what is next for us here? As we always try to go down, 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 we're never going to get there. Always going to speed up. Looking towards our past, looking towards our future. We are all but in this one strand of time, stretched endlessly over and over again on itself in a knot of wickedness, lies, and deceit. Come, join us as we always do in a blissful end of serenity. Serenity News, you all. Booyah.
Well,
Wonderful job.
that was great.
Yeah. Stand-up performance.
I got to sit down recently,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be doing the interview this week. So
Yeah. What?
here's a little surprise.
All right.
Boink.
Check it out.
Hi. Welcome. Today on That's That, we're going to be interviewing Sienna Snoki. She's from the Stairways program here in Chico. It's a new housing project for the homeless. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with doing a quick overview of what Stairways does.
Stairways Programming is a rapid rehousing program in Chico. We serve those experiencing homelessness, those diagnosed with SMI, which is severe mental illness, and those who have co-occurring diagnosis of SMI and substance use disorder. People typically come to us through behavioral health referrals or through our Stairways Programming Chico PD Target Team partnership.
Okay. What are some of the rules for the different housing?
Well, rules across all the programs are the same and are all based on respect for the program and other Stairways community members. So no violence or sexual violence. Drug use is not permitted on any of our sites, but if a community member uses a substance off-site and returns to our site, they must maintain respectful and follow the same rules as everyone else. All Stairways community members must take part in programming, mandatory classes, chores, etc. One of the most important rules at Stairways is the 80-20 rule. Meaning staff never does more than 20% of the work. For example, all meals are prepared and served by Stairways community members, not staff.
Interesting. So, quick follow-up, what is the protocol if they do arrive under the influence?
If they do arrive under the influence, everything is fine as long as their behavior is not endangering the safety of themselves or other people.
Nice. Well, how did you personally get involved with the homeless issue?
Well, I'm really new to this. I became interested in harm reduction after watching so many loved ones struggle with substance use and witness so many overdoses. I saw that traditional treatment programs work for some, but for the majority of the people I know, it was just a revolving door. I needed to really think about how important it was to me to spend the rest of my life doing something I believe in. So I considered relocating to Canada to train at one of the harm reduction providers in Vancouver, but 2 days after I left my previous job, I found Stairways in Chico and started volunteering with them.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the target team you spoke of?
Yeah. Chico PD Target Team is an important part of Chief O'Brien's implementation of community-oriented policing. It's made up of a specific team of officers, and Stairways works with these officers daily to offer people services as an alternative to an arrest. The target team officers know this community really well, and they have remarkable relationships with some of the people on the street. Recently, Stairways housed 20 of the most chronic offenders through our partnership with the target team, all who had barriers to housing that included substance use disorder, severe mental illness, legal issues, pets, and or lack of identification.
ID is a huge issue for the homeless, right?
Absolutely.
If you don't have ID, you can't really get any of the other
It's
services.
a very big barrier.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about Prop 47, California law that was passed in, was it 2005? Maybe it was around then. And how it affects homeless populations.
Basically, what we see is that Prop 47 doesn't have the proper funding to make it effective. On one hand, it's important that small crimes like shoplifting or possession of a controlled substance are no longer at risk of being a felony. But for people whose small crimes are tied to a substance issue and homelessness, there is a huge shortage of services to help them get out of that cycle. Services are key to reducing the cycle of homelessness in Chico, and we offer next to nothing for those who are homeless and also have substance use issues or warrants or legal issues.
Yeah, it's another one of those barriers or hoops that they must overcome.
Absolutely.
So how many of the 60 beds that you provide are filled with someone with a mental illness?
Sure, whether it is severe mental illness or substance use disorder, which is now considered a mental illness, every single person at Stairways is suffering from mental illness.
That's good. I mean, it's not good that they're suffering. It's good that everyone there is part of that core group.
Yep, absolutely.
Demand is obviously high. Are you guys looking towards expanding?
Yes, we have plans to grow our bed count, and we also have plans to help Chico reduce the cycles of homelessness by opening a service center with kennels, lockers, showers, bathrooms, DMV identification services, and scheduled transportation to help with appointments. We also plan to open a permanent harm reduction shelter where there are no barriers to admittance. There is a large portion of the homeless population that are very underserved due to the barriers local programs have, like IDs that you talked about, or warrants. Stairways isn't funded, though, and we cannot accomplish any of this without support. We are I don't want to say the rest.
Well, they're operating on nearly nothing right now, and if they have to cut back on their services, it's 2 steps backwards without even taking a step forward. So, honestly, we need your help, guys.
We do.
If someone was out there in need of services, should they just call?
Yeah, they can call. They can call our office phone number, 809-2322, area code 530. But what is even more effective is engaging with us during outreach. So, coming up and talking to us, telling us their story, and letting us know what we can do, what their barriers are to housing. You can also send us a Facebook message. Even if you have a loved one that's homeless and struggling, you can send us a Facebook message, and we can try to find them on the street.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming down here today. And that is that.
Let's check out what our fashion correspondent has for us now with another edition of Fashion Sucks.
Because fashion sucks, I sometimes get bored of just talking about it. So every once in a while, I want to try to bring you a tutorial. Today, I have a beautiful guest, and we are going to do a natural facial with things that you may just happen to have in your cupboard or just lying around your house. If you don't have them, maybe you could ask your neighbors for them. So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
Are you ready for a facial?
I was born ready for this facial.
Okay. All right. So there are several steps to a facial, and you kind of have to do them in order to get the full benefits. So first of all, we have our mask, and we put that on. I have Manuka honey, and it's bioactive, which means that it's really good for your face because it's antibacterial. Normal honey will work as well, but Manuka honey is made with it's made by bees who have been eating tea tree pollen, so it's especially antibiotic. So if you have acne or anything like that, it's great. Then you're going to want to wash it off with some kind of exfoliant. I have Dead Sea minerals, but you can use sea salt in your house. You can also use coffee or sugar as long as it's kind of raw and organic. And then we're going to do a toner. It's an all-natural toner. We have Bragg's apple cider vinegar. You can use any kind of apple cider vinegar, but you want to make sure that you get one with the mother. Put it in a lovely bun for me. Not to be mistaken with the man bun, which sits up here, totally inappropriate for this show. Not fashionable. I know, I'm sorry to disgrace you like that. Anyways, to get your hair completely tucked back, you're gonna wanna use a headband, because our first step is a little bit sticky. You ready?
Yeah.
You still born ready?
Yeah, this is the third time.
You wanna smell it?
Smells like honey with tea tree oil.
Really? I smell no hints of tea tree.
Well, your
Anyways.
nostrils are whack, and you should get them checked out.
I forgot that we're not doing this part first, so. So the first step is the honey. And I forgot my brush today, but because I touch this person's face all the time, I'm gonna go ahead and just
Don't tell them
touch
about
your
that.
face with my hands.
Don't.
All right, so you're gonna wanna just kind of evenly coat it across the face. I like to use a brush because sometimes we don't know how hard we're pulling our skin, and that can cause wrinkles and all kinds of gross stuff, but I think right now I'm at least doing it gently enough. Also, if you massage in a certain pattern, it's more proactive than not. Looks like you need to maybe release the tension in that brow, huh?
Ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
There's too much hate in these brows.
All right, so this is good, and even though like you look kind of like a McFoyle or something, you don't, it's just like stay out of public for a little bit, but if you're at home and you're in the safety and comfort of your home, looking like this is fine. Like, put on some sweatpants, put your hair up. Sometimes I like to cover my hair in coconut oil for the full grease effect, and also a plus, it's delicious. So.
Don't ever do that again.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan.
Anyways, moving on. Just a little dab will do ya. I say even like smaller than a dime is what you're gonna want to start out with, because it's just oily, you know? You don't want to walk around with a greasy face, like super gross. Anyways, you're just gonna want to start around to massage it in. It's really nice. Prevents wrinkles. Also feels good, doesn't it?
Not really. I
Okay.
mean, yes, very much.
Okay. Well, maybe if you were massaging it on yourself and like someone that you hate wasn't touching your face, you don't want to put anything on your body that you wouldn't put in your body. So that's kind of something that's good to live by. And all natural facials. That's that.
Save me, please.
That's that.
All right. Well,
Another great episode.
yeah, about sums it up for me, you know.
Another song in the bag.
This is our halfway mark in our season, first season, halfway done now. Yeah, make sure you check out our website, that'sthat.show, where you can see this episode and everything else that's happened since then, since the dawn of That's That. And for now, that's that.